Today, we're cooking fish. I picked this out myself and I asked the guy to bring it over the counter so that I can sniff it. Because they always say that the best and freshest salmon is the one that doesn't smell like fish. So right here we got a nice, smelly-less salmon fillet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cook it with the skin on it. I don't like skin myself, but I do like it when it's crispy. And this is how you make it crispy. Press the fish together so you get a nicer cut. We're gonna make about 4 to 5 slits depending on how big your fish is. So we're gonna season those slits with a little bit of salt and pepper. Nothing complicated. This is a very elementary kind of dish. We're gonna just put the salt in those slits right there because wherever we have holes, we have opportunity to marinate. Now we're just gonna grind some fresh black pepper on the top. Crunchy, crunchy, crunch, crunch. And we're gonna do the same with the salt. We're gonna push that in there. So we're gonna press down on it, show it some love, flip it over, rub the rest of the spices on the top, and then we're gonna put this on the side because now our fish is marinated. So it's the end of the week, and the fridge is running low, which means we're running out of vegetables. But what I did do is I stopped by the grocery store, and I kind of 5-finger discounted this guy. He's an expensive garlic from Canada. He's worth about 8 times more than that traditional garlic you're gonna get from China. So I've never seen this before, but we're gonna cut it open together.
Yeah.
So I'm not that impressed, actually. I mean, I'm looking at this garlic here, and I'm not liking the color. What is this? Oh, okay, so it seems that beneath the shell, we actually have a very vivid white piece of garlic. It's also about 4 times the size of a regular Chinese piece of garlic. Homegrown in the very own Canada. Next is gonna be the onion, just for that little itty bitty piece of salmon. We're gonna use about 1/4 of this, just to give it that nice flaky side vegetable. With this much zucchini. Our garlic, our onions, and our zucchini, that's all gonna go in at approximately the same time. We're gonna go move over to the frying pan. So I'm ChefX, and this is my frying pan. Start off with some olive oil. We wanna put about 3 tablespoons. Next, we're gonna add our garlic. So we're gonna let that garlic infuse in that oil. Ooh. And you're gonna let that garlic sit there for just a few moments. That's that gold that they're selling you at those fancy restaurants. We're gonna get the butter. So this is gonna be a very French-inspired dish. And by that I mean, it's gonna have a lot of butter. So what you wanna do, it's all in the technique after this point. You wanna put all your garnishes on one edge of the frying pan. You wanna grab 1 piece of butter and just put it in there and create a butter bed for your salmon to go to sleep on. And place your salmon right on there. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna remove the frying pan. The grill is actually on this side of the frying pan, so it's actually really just cooking the salmon, and my garlic is here chilling with the oil when the oil wants to go visit it. Make sure your frying pan's on high. So now that your salmon is properly resting on his butter bed, what you're gonna do is you're gonna lean it over every now and then when the oil is nice and hot, and you're gonna start to baste. Now what does it mean to baste? What is basting? What is basting, ChefX? Basting is when you take a spoon and you take the oils of the frying pan and you pour it on top of your meat. Our garlic is starting to get brown. You don't want it to get crispy unless that's what you're going for, but eventually what you will do is you're gonna remove it to the top of the salmon and you're gonna let it sit there. I'm basting all day, I'm basting all night, basting my salmon. So the basting process should be about 5 minutes. Thick salmon, so it's gonna need a little bit more basting, a little bit more love, but that's okay because everything in life that takes time is delicious. I wanna see the color about a centimeter or 2 into the salmon. It looks a little bit red, so I'm gonna keep basting it for about 2 minutes. I'm basting all day, I'm basting all night, basting my salmon. At this stage, we're ready to put our garnishes, the onion and the zouk. So we're just gonna put that on the side where the oil is, right? We're gonna leave it away from the salmon. We're gonna create a nice little room for it over here. You know? Sometimes the salmon wants its privacy. And we're just gonna cook these vegetables over here on the side like that. Uh-oh. Just a little bit of butter on top of those veggies. I'm gonna wait for the zucchini to get a little bit spongy and the onions to just caramelize. I'm just gonna add some salt and pepper to the veggies. Always remember, palm the salt first so that you know how much is going in. Just gonna put about that much. We don't need too much sodium. I'm gonna crush some black pepper on top of those legumes. It's about 30 seconds from being ready. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just top the salmon with a few of these veggies. to give him company. Wake up, Mr. Salmon. Your nap is over. I'm gonna put these on the top like that. And we're ready to play. Lightly wake him up so that he can move his legs. You want to put him on the side of the dish right there. So it's kind of like when you're driving in the car at night and your little boy falls asleep. You want to just lightly pick him up and put him in the bed. Salmon on a rustic frying pan. Done.
The ghetto.